Hello, my dear student. Today you are welcome to my Whiteboard program. So today we'll discuss class 9 science NCERT based chapter 14 natural resources. Let us come. The chapter is natural resources. What do you mean by natural resources? That is called the meaning of natural resources. Natural reserve stocks of supply of material necessary for sustenance of life. For example, air, water, soil. This is the meaning of the natural resources. Natural resources means the resource which are available in the nature directly to us. What is resource? Resource means the source from we are benefited. What is source? The available which gives a benefit, that is called the resource. And if it is available in nature, that is called natural source. And from this natural source, if we are benefited, we can derive different form of energy and benefit, then that is called the natural resource. So now, natural resources, for example, air, which is natural resource, water, soil, these are the natural source from where we are benefited. We derive different source from these available natural materials. So that is called the natural resource. Now, in nature, we have to come one word known as the biosphere. What is called biosphere? Biosphere means what? Bio plus sphere. Bio means life and sphere means area, region. The area, the region within which life is possible, the life exists, that area is known as the biosphere. So let us see. Biosphere, the zone of interaction of life, the zone, the area where the life is possible, life exists, that is called the biosphere. And biosphere consists of three parts. All the biosphere consists of three spheres where life is possible also. The one sphere is known as the lithosphere. Litho means solid, rock, land. That is called the litho. Sphere means area. The area of the biosphere where land part is there and life is possible, that is called the lithosphere. For example, land. And in the land, mainly the source available is known as the soil. Soil supports the life. Without soil, plant cannot grow. Without soil, we cannot get the mineral. So soil provide various life supporting material to the organism. Then coming atmosphere. What is called atmosphere? Atmosphere is the area of the earth which is enveloped, which is occupied with the air. That is called the atmosphere. Atmo means air, sphere means area. So atmosphere, which provide us air, and air is which surround the earth, and air has a lot of importance for the living organism. Then we will come to the hydrosphere. Hydro means water, sphere means area. The area of the biosphere which is occupied with the water, like land, ocean, sea, river, lakes, all these are coming under the hydrosphere. And hydrosphere supply us the source known as the water. Water is known as the lifeline of the living organism. Without water, living organisms are not possible. So this is about the biosphere. Now again, biosphere consists of two parts, two components. One component is known as the biotic component, another is known as the abiotic component. Let us see what is biotic component. We, the human being, other animals, plants, multicellular, unicellular, simple, complex, all type of organisms are coming under the biotic component of the biosphere. Living organism, example plants and animals. Then abiotic component. Abiotic component means abiotic. Abiotic means non-living. Non-living component means, I can say this stick is non-living. This bench is non-living. This book is non-living. This duster is non-living. So are they abiotic component? Exactly no. Why? Because these are non-living, but they are not directly deal with the sustenance of life of the living organism. With Without this, the living organism can sustain their life. Without duster, we can live. Without duster, a plant can live. Without duster, a cow can live. So it is not essential. So those non-living which are essential to exist the life, they are called the abiotic component. So example, I can show you the abiotic component. Air, non-living, but it is essential. Soil, non-living, but it is essential. Water is non-living but essential. Sunlight, non-living but essential. These are the basic essential source which are non-living but essential for the living organism. So that's why they are called the abiotic component. Now we'll come to the atmosphere now. In this chapter, we'll talk about the air, that is atmosphere, water and soil. So now, first we will come to the air part, that is called the atmosphere. Atmo means air, sphere means region. The region which is occupied with air is known as the atmosphere. So air means what again? Air we know from the previous class. Air is a mixture of various gases with vapors, water vapors and other dust particle, microorganism, etc., etc. This is known as the what called? It is called atmosphere. So now atmosphere contains the air. Then what do we mean by air? Air is the mixture of, that is, various gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. with water vapor, moisture, microorganism, dust particle, pollen grains, etc. It is a various compositions are there, that is called the air. So now this atmosphere or air, that is atmosphere, is divided into different layers. Atmosphere is divided into different layers. Let us see. So here let us we come. Suppose this is the earth. This one is earth, and around the earth there is the surrounding of air, and this surrounding of air, suppose up to this level air is there. This is called the atmosphere. Atmosphere. Whole is known as the atmosphere. But this atmosphere is divided into different layer according to their composition. For example, this is the earth surface where we generally live. Generally we live here, and from here to here one layer is there, that is around, you can see that is called the troposphere. The atmosphere, this is one type of sphere, again this is another sphere, again this is another sphere, again will be another sphere. So the sphere is divided into various parts. First part is known as the troposphere. Troposphere, from the earth surface, this is the earth surface where we live, where our plants grow, where our mountains established, where our building infrastructure established, where the river ocean flow, that is called the surface of the earth. From here up to the 15 kilometer, 10 to 15 kilometer above the surface, that area is occupied with the air. This air is known as the troposphere. This is called the tropo, this part, tropo. That is height is what? 10 to 15 kilometer, that is troposphere. And this tropo means what? Violent. Sphere means area. This area of the earth is very much violent area. Always disturbance takes place in this area. More and more disturbance like cyclone, storm, tsunami, etc. takes place in this area. That's why it is called the troposphere. So it is 10 to 15 kilometer. Weather changes takes place in this area only. Outside there will be no such type of changes. In this area more weather changes. 75% of the air is found in this troposphere. So troposphere is more denser part. Here more and more gases, more air are occupied in this area. That is called the 75% atmosphere is found in the troposphere. This is our troposphere. Then we will come to the stratosphere. Stratosphere, what you can see here, this is, I have shown you, this is called the troposphere. Again, from this surface, again it will go up to 50 to 80 kilometer. Means this is already we have gone how much kilometer? 15 kilometer. Then from here to here 50 kilometer. That 50 kilometer distance from the surface is known as the stratosphere. That means from 15 to 50 kilometer means this depth is known as the 35 kilometer. This 35 kilometer area is covered with a blanket of gas. That gas is known as the ozone gas. Ozone gas is called as O3. O3 is known as the ozone gas. This ozone gas is formed when the sunlight react with the atmospheric air, that is O2. O2 plus O is equal to O3. So O2 plus O implies that O3. This is known as the ozone gas. So this ozone gas is found in the stratosphere, which is 50 kilometer above our Earth surface and continue up to 80 kilometer. The difference is known as the 30 kilometer. That is called 30 kilometer. This is the third layer, which help us. That is called the This is 50 to 50 kilometer, 35 kilometer. This is ozone layer, and this protect us from the UV ray. UV ray means what? Ultraviolet ray. The light which is coming from the sun, solar light, that consists of visible and invisible. Visible part is VIGAR, violet to red, and invisible part is infrared ray and UV ray. UV ray is ultraviolet ray, which is poisonous to us living organism, and it may, if it will fall to our body, it may cause the skin cancer, blindness, etc. problem are caused. So these problems are avoided, prevented due to the presence of natural ozone layer around the earth. So it prevents, it protects us the harmful effect of the ozone layer. Then we will come to the after stratosphere, mesosphere, which start from 50 kilometer, again 30 kilometer, that is 80 kilometer. So 30 kilometer thickness is there, that is 30 kilometer, and that is called the third layer. Then we will come to the thermosphere. Above 80 kilometer, it is called the thermosphere. Temperature range is there 1500 degrees Celsius and contain charge particle. Charge particle means positive and negative charge particle it contains. Then exosphere. Exo means external, outside. So in our atmosphere, if it is Earth and its atmosphere is extending up to here, this layer is known as the exosphere. This is known as the external part of the atmosphere. So that is called exosphere. Uppermost layer where satellite orbits are set by the human being. We are setting the artificial satellite for the different purpose. So these orbits are found in the exosphere. This is the different layer of the atmosphere. Next will come the composition of the air. Air consists of what type of composition? It is various composition, because air is mixture. Mixture do not have any type of fixed composition. It may vary. You could have seen that is your Bikaji bhujia, ya Haldiram bhujia. This bhujia means what? It is a mixture. Mixture means what? There are so many components are found, like moongfali, badam, groundnut, or that is various types of dal, kismis, kaju, any type of other materials. They are mixing the different composition, no fixed composition. So similarly, air is a what called mixture. It consists of various components, but the major component is 75% of the air is nitrogen gas. The maximum, the highest composition is nitrogen, which is 78%. Oxygen is 21%. Second highest composition, oxygen is 21%. So 78, 21 is 99% gone. 1% is left. That is called the various other composition, including that is your carbon dioxide 0.03%. This is so the major component of the air. Now we will come. So in the atmosphere, what are the things are seen? That is formation of wind. Because of the air, because of the atmosphere, we get the wind. Wind means what? Air. But what is the difference between the air and wind? Wind means the motion air. When the air start to blow, that is called the wind. So wind is the moving air. So this wind is caused because of various reasons. Because wind caused how? When the air flow from the one area to another area, then it is called the wind. So wind blow when there will be pressure difference. So what is the pressure difference? You see, the temperature of the atmosphere may change because of many factors. we'll discuss afterward. So because of the rise of the temperature, the air becomes heated and this air moves upside, making the vacuum-like condition, space-like condition having low density of air. So here the pressure decreases. The nearby atmosphere or air having more pressure, that flows towards the low pressure. So high pressure to low pressure, when air flow, we call the wind. And because of this pressure difference, the storm, the cyclone like condition develop. So let us see the formation of wind. We know from the previous class there is two words, land bridge and water bridge. Land bridge and ocean bridge or water bridge. So land bridge means what? The wind moving land area to water area. And this takes place during the night. Land bridge takes place during the night, that is the air flow means blow from the land area towards the water area. Why? Because during the daytime, due to sunlight, land becomes hot earlier than the water. So land becomes heated. But in the night time, what happens? The water takes more time to be heated and it cools later than the means solid. That's why in the ocean, sea, river side, the upper layer of the air remains hot because water remains hot till the late night. So the air becomes hot and there low pressure is there. Now the land part is cooled down. The air is more pressure. So more pressure air move to the low pressure, that is land to bridge, land to ocean, that is called the land bridge. Night time land bridge takes place means air move from the land towards the water. But in daytime opposite happens. Daytime what happens? Our sea bridge. What happens? From the sea water flow towards the land, that is called the sea bridge. So why? Because daytime the land part becomes hotter. And this hot, due to heat of the land part, the air pressure becomes less and the water remains cool. The air pressure becomes more. So high pressure to low pressure, the air blow, that is from the ocean to land, that is called the sea bridge. So because of land bridge and sea bridge, we get the wind, and this wind brings the water vapor, moisture to different place, and when this condense, that give the rain and clouds. So this is called the, so it whatever may be, the land bridge and the sea bridge combiningly they control the climate of the our earth. Then we will come to the formation of rain. How rain is formed? It is very simple. Earlier also you could have learned, that is formation of rain. That you see the water present on the surface, that is called the over the ground, like sea, ocean, river, lake, etc. When sunshine falls, water continuously evaporated and a large amount of water vapor is added into the atmosphere. And due to this heat, the water vapor slowly rises to the upper layer of the atmosphere. Slowly it will move to the upper layer of atmosphere and start cool down slowly. When it cool down, it becomes condensed, heavy, and after that, when it comes the contact with the particles of the air, they make single drop, and these drops are attracted by the gravity of the earth towards the surface in the form of raindrop. In this way, we get the rain. So it is, I have shown you, that is water from the over and under the ground. It is evaporated because of the sunlight into the vapor, water vapor. Then water vapor goes to the high altitude and slowly it cool down, that is condensation. After getting condensation, it becomes the water droplets. Water droplets returns back to the earth because of the attraction of the earth gravity. So that is called the rain. In this way, rain takes place, or formation of rain takes place. Now, this our Indian rain means in India, rain is caused because of two monsoon. One is southeast monsoon, another is northeast monsoon. Because of these two monsoon in India, in various parts, rain takes place. Now, we will come to the air part. Air. So this we are going on air. So now after getting certain idea about the air or atmosphere, we have to see some problem now caused in the air, that is called the air pollution. What is called air pollution? The mixing, the presence of the undesirable, life threatening materials in the atmosphere, in the air, is known as the air pollution. Pollution, what we say, which is not required to us, rather it causes the problem to us, that is called the pollutant, and presence of pollutant cause the pollution. So in air pollution means the presence of undesirable, harmful pollutant in our atmosphere, in our air, is known as the air pollution. Now this pollution are two types. One is known as the particulate pollutant. Some pollutants are there which are particle size, that is known as the SPM, suspended particulate materials. Because of suspended, like a dust particle, like asbestos or cement factory particles, they are suspended in the air and they make the pollution to us severely, that is particulate pollutants from the industries, factories, etc. Then another is known as the gaseous air pollutant, that in the form of from the automobiles, from the industry, when we burn the fossil fuel, that is petrol, diesel, kerosene, then what happens? By the combustion of this fossil fuel, large amount of carbon dioxide and other gases are evolved into the atmosphere. They mix in the atmosphere and cause the pollution. So they are known as the gaseous pollutant from the automobiles. Example, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, arsenal, aerosols, and other particles, C, chlorofluorocarbon, CFC, etc. are the pollutants of the air. All these. This aerosol is the chemical which is ejected from the jet aeroplane. The aeroplane which is moving at the higher level, they are called the jet aeroplane. They release the smoke. There the aerosols are present. They CFC from various factory, cooling factory, cooling go down, freezer. So this type of chemical are ejected, known as the CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. These are the very severe pollutant in the air. So that is called the air pollutant. Now let us come to the again smoke, radioactive substance, all these are known as the gaseous pollutant. Let us see harmful effect of the air pollution. If the air will be polluted, हमको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? एयर तो पोल्यूशन होगा, हम तो मेरा घर में रहता हूँ, मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? बहुत कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा. देखो, अगर air is our life supporting material. 24 hours round the clock, even deep sleep, we use the air, we are intaking the air. According to air, our various metabolic activity takes place. So this air enters to the living organism in the various form, and that may cause a lot of problem if some harmful substance enter through the air to us. That is called the harmful effect of the air pollution. So what harms are caused when we take the air by the breathing, respiration? So respiratory problems takes place like asthma. When we are taking like that, many poisonous dust particle, gaseous particle enter and choke our lungs, and lungs are infected, like lung cancer, TB, asthma. All the respiratory problem takes place because our respiratory tract is disturbed due to this pollution. So respiratory problem takes place. Then reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, because we know how we are having the circulatory system, blood circulatory system. This coming under the transportation system. This carry various material to the different part of our body, to the cell and tissue, and carry out the harmful substance from the different part to the particular excretory organ in our body. So this blood, if it will be not carry the oxygen to the cell and tissue, our cell and tissue will not get energy, because there will be lack of oxygen, and that sugar which is oxidized, that cannot be completed, and we get less energy. So we get the problem. So it reduces the oxygen carrying capacity in the blood. Then it also reduces the vegetation in the plant. It not only affect to the animal but also affect to the plants. Plant vegetative production, like fruit production, flower production, all this production rate is also minimized by the pollutants, and it also causes the most concern problem is known as the global warming. What is called global warming? Whole in the earth the temperature rises. That is called the global. Global means whole earth is warmed up. That is temperature is raised because we our what we call our we the living organism can sustain under a suitable temperature. If the temperature rises or falls, then our metabolic activity also affected. Some species may be lost, some species may be weak, and we the human species may be get disturbed. So that is called the global warming because of this pollutant, carbon dioxide, other water vapor, like dust particles. The temperature of the earth is increased, and that temperature when increased, we call that is called the global warming. And acid rain. Acid rain means what? I have shown you the pollutants here: nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide. This is called the global warming, carbon dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, they specially called the acidic rain because they are non-metal oxide form. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, and when they presence in what atmosphere, they make the water vapor in the atmosphere acidic. When the rain comes through this acidic water vapor, the rainwater becomes the acid, and that is called the acid rain. Acid rain is very harmful for the vegetation, for the living organism, for the water body, for the aquatic organism. Acid rain also very much harmful. So it causes also acid rain. Then it is seasonal flooding. When temperature get rise, the ice cap of the Mount Everest, Himalayan Mount, जो ice covering that start to melt, and over flooding takes place due to the global warming also. Then this is a generation of microbes because of temperature varies. The different of microbes also grow, which are very harmful, cause the spread of various type of disease. Then we'll come to the control. How can we control the air pollution? So there are different aspects are there, different process are there by which we can try to minimize the pollution caused by the air pollution, the harm caused by the air pollution. One of the example is known as the reducing the time of vehicular movement, because nowadays you see in modern age our transportation system has increased very fast. Everywhere there are some vehicles are there. Like in my house, if we are having three member in my house, even 6 vehicles are there because of the fancy, because of the showiness. So we are purchasing a lot of vehicles, and now transportation is vast, widely spread. So our vehicular movement are increasing, which are consuming the fossil fuel and releasing the carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, so many gases into the atmosphere, which are causing. So if we can minimize the vehicular movement, then our atmosphere pollution will be minimized. For example, you see corona case, COVID-19, now lockdown is going on. 6 months, March, April, May, June, July, now August, till August, September, we are expecting the lockdown system. And due to this lockdown, our vehicular movement has already minimized. Industrial function has already minimized. So smoke coming out from the vehicles and the industries are very less, and our nature is now completely free from the pollution. Means what we have done 60-70 years to reduce the pollution, within 6 months the pollution has come down more than that level. So that is because of the reducing the time of vehicular movement. Now second one is planting more and more trees, because tree is the natural absorber of pollutant. Carbon dioxide are consumed by the plant for photosynthesis. In this way we can minimize the pollution by planting more and more trees. Then using smoke filter. Suppose nowadays our vehicles are fitted with some silencer, smoke filter, which filter the smoke particles, poisonous gases before it release the gases. So our air will be less polluted by the smoke filter in the chimney, in the vehicles, etc. Then mass causing this. Then using CNG. Now our vehicles, our engines use the petrol, diesel, kerosene, but all these liquid fuels may cause the pollution also But if we will use the gaseous fuel like CNG, compressed natural gas, then our pollution will be minimized drastically. So in metro cities nowadays, the vehicles, autos, etc., they are consuming the CNG and their pollution is getting down. Now, creating the mass on the most important factor is the to reduce the pollution is mass awareness. जब तक हम लोग का दिल दिमाग सुधरेगा नहीं, तब तक हम लोग वो सही काम नहीं करेंगे. So our mind should be rectified. We should be aware about the pollution, how pollution is caused, what are the harmful effects, how it will disturb our environment, our existence. Then we will be aware. Then according that we will be controlled. What we are doing, at least we will reduce that harmful activity to minimize. So we should be aware, public should be aware. By all this method we can control our air pollution. So this is about the chapter 14 first part, that is we have discussed up to the air pollution and its control. The next we will continue water, then soil, then different cycles in the next part. And that's why the to be continued, this program will be continued, this chapter will be continued. Till that, goodbye.